Hi friends, welcome back to our tutorials. We are still on our Angular routing tutorial, and this is the third and final part of Angular routing. In the previous tutorials, we have learned how to set up basic routes. We have seen how to pass parameters to our route. We also did implement our components where we can do our routing. In this episode, we will learn about query router with query params as well as with child routes. We'll set up these two in this particular tutorial. Before we proceed any further, friends, I request you to kindly subscribe to my channel to keep supporting and encouraging me. Also, if you have any questions or doubts, please drop them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to help you. All right, let's get started with router with query params. So we can set up Angular router path where we can specify the query params. Now, query params are nothing but it should be like in your search or anything like that. Let me give you an example. So a good example of So something like this is a good example of query params. So you see here, sort is a query param, one is the value, key value, search is the route. Now similarly, we can pass any number of. So we can pass any number of params as part of this query. So this becomes your query param thing. We will set it up. We'll learn to set it up. So just so you know, we can pass query params in the router link using router link and search and then query params. To read the query params, we'll use a module called activated route class to get the data. We'll see that in just a bit. And child routes, we can configure multiple children inside a particular route. So how do we do that? We'll see that in just a bit, but you can define individual router outlet for each of the views. So this is all about theory, and I leave you with that. You can go back to this particular tutorial, see all the screens, read through each of this so that you are prepared for your interview questions in detail. I'm going to show you practical because that is the only way to learn it. So let's get started. All right. So let's open up our application. It's already up and running. Okay, so to set up child routes first, let's say we have our route which says path and say home, right? And then we can set up a component, or you don't have to set up a component, that's optional. Now that being said, we are going to set up the child routes. So we'll use the tag children here. So children followed by colon followed by array. It's an array. All right. Now in this child routes, you will configure again the same way. You can just mention path and then the path name slash say orders select component say, or here let me just refactor this code a little bit. So what I'm going to do is put everything under the products component. So this will make it products. See here how simple it is. So I'll remove this here. I'll comment it off. So now we have one parent called products. Inside that we have product slash ID. Similarly, I'll set up something called slash info, and here we'll bring in this component, product details component. So this, you see, this is a nested one. We have here we have a route which has a parameter and then a child in, right? So you can configure accordingly how you want. So I'm going to show you all the different ways that you can use the routing strategies and methods in Angular. So I have copied the element. Now go here and products. So if we don't want it to click, that's okay. What we can do is I'm going to set up one and then I'll say all. So this will say product slash all, product slash ID, product slash ID slash. Now the parent is product and followed by all of this. So here we are going to copy products. That's it. So let's go through this once. Initially we had only path as the component. This was a simple route. Now I'm saying I have my path, I have my products, and then inside that I have the child routes, which is all ID slash info and search. Let's see this in action. Let's serve our application. And if you see, all of these are logical routes for products, right? So this is how you create routes for each specific feature so that it's all in one place. We can also use this and add it in the module itself. That way we can apply lazy loading. All right, so now let's try this out. When I say products, nothing happens because the route is not configured with any component, right? Fair enough. Now let's say slash all. So we should see products component. That is products will be displayed here. That's our. Now I'm saying product slash 10. This is the product detail page because of this line of route that we configured. Now we can say I want the information of product 10. So product detail info works, right? So this is the second level of configuration. Similarly, I can say search. So here it should go to product slash search, search product details, search product works, but here it's saying product details work. So let's see why. All right, info, then search products page. Product details page. Okay. Mhm. All right, so I'll come back to this in just a bit. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but so this is how we configure the routes. Now, in places we will also require to set up default route. We'll have to select page not found. So that we are going to see in the next video. But for now, I want you to try this out, setting up route, parent routes, and then setting up the children, setting up route for direct access, passing parameter and a direct route, that is the child, and then setting up a direct route with query params. Right? So far, so good. So I hope you can get some useful information from this tutorial. Do give it a try and let me know if you have any questions or queries in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Do go through all the tutorials that we have covered in routing that would help you understand the entire concept and in implementing in your projects. Thank you so much for joining.